Hello everyone, this is Muhammad Asad Ali and I teach mathematics at the International School. In this video, we will be talking about Unit 5 Fractions Practice 4. So coming to question number 1, with each operations, simplify your answer and write as a mixed number if appropriate. So in part A, we have 5 over 7 minus 2 over 7. So since the denominator are same, we can just simplify the numerators. So 5 minus 2 is 3, so 3 over 7 is the answer. For part B, again the denominators are same. We can just add the numerators. So 3 plus 2 is 5. And again here denominators are same. So if the denominators are same, we can just subtract the numerators. So 11 minus 7 is 4. So 4 out of 12 can be simplified as 1 over 3. Now again the denominators are same. So 11 plus 9 makes 20. And we can simplify them. 2 times 7 and 2 times 10, and now this can be written as mixed fraction because 7 ones are 7 and 3 is remaining here. Part E, 25, since the denominator is same, so we will just subtract the numerators. 21 minus 6 is 15 out of 25. Now 5 3s are 15 and 5 5s are 25, so 3 over 5 is the answer. For part F, denominators are 11, so 5 minus 2 is 3, so it's 3 over 11. For part G, now the denominators are not same, so we must make denominators same. So we could just multiply this by 3 over 3. So this becomes 9 over 12 plus 5 over 12, which becomes 14 over 12, and they can be simplified by times table of 2. 2 7s are 14 and 2 6 are 12. And since the numerator is greater than denominator, we can change it into mixed fraction. 6 ones are 6 and 1 is remainder. Now part H, it's 4 over 5 minus 3 over 8. So if we multiply this by 8 and this by 5, so the denominators will become same. 8 5s are 40 and this becomes 32 and this is 15. So if we subtract 32 from 15, because the denominators are same, we can just simply subtract them. 32 minus 15 is 17. So 17 over 40 is the answer. Now moving to the next part, 4 over 5 plus 1 over 20. We need to multiply this by 4 over 4. So this becomes 16 over 20 plus 1 over 20, which is 17 over 20. Now moving to part J, it's 7 over 10 plus 11 over 30. So we must multiply 7 over 10 by 3 to make the denominator same. So 21 plus 30 plus 11 over 30. So 21 plus 11 is 32 over 30. We can simplify them by times table of 2. 2 times 15 and 2 times 16. So this can be simplified as 15 ones are 15 and 1 is remainder. So this makes 1 whole 1 over 15. Now part K, 7 over 9 minus 1 over 2. So this must be multiplied by 2 and this must be multiplied by 9. So 7 2s are 14 over 18 minus 9 over 18. So 14 minus 9 is 5 over 18, and this cannot be simplified further, so this is the final answer. Now moving to part L, it's 3 over 8 plus 2 over 3. We will just multiply this by 8 and this by 3. So 9 over 24 plus 16 over 24. So this becomes 25, and this can be written as 24 ones are 24 and 1 is remainder. So the final answer is 1 whole 1 over 24. Now part M. It's 3 over 8 plus 2 over 7. This must be multiplied by 7, and this must be multiplied by 8. So 8 times 7 is 56. So this becomes 37 over 56, which cannot be simplified further. Now part N. It's 4 minus 2 over 13. So we will make the denominator same. So 13 multiplied by 4, 52. So this becomes 50 over 13. Now 13 times 3 is 39, and remainder will be 11. So this is the answer. Now part O. 3 times, we will change this mixed fraction into improper fraction. 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 over 3 plus, again 4 ones are 4, 4 plus 3 is 7 over 4. And now we will multiply this by 4 over 4 and this by 3 over 3. So 8 fours are 32, 4 times 3 is 12, 7 threes are 21, 4 threes are 12, and the denominators are same. So this becomes 53 over 12, and 12, when we simplify this, 12 times 4 is 48, and 5 is the remainder. Now last part, that is part P. We change this into improper fraction, that 2 times 3 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7 over 2 minus 5 times 2 is 10, 10 plus 2 is 12 over 5. We will multiply this by 5 over 5 and this by 2 over 2. So 7 fives are 35 over 10 minus 24 over 10. And when you subtract 24 from 35, you get 11. So this is 11 over 10. And since the numerator is greater than denominator, we can change into mixed fraction. 10 ones are 10 and 1 is the remainder. That's it for question number 1. Now moving to question number 2. It says newspaper companies get some revenue from the selling price of the newspaper, but they make much more money from advertising. So as of Thursday, sales reps at a major newspaper had sold the following advertising space for the Sunday paper: 3 full pages. So for full page, I will just write 1, 3 full pages, 3 half pages, 5 quarter pages, and 7 eighth pages. So until then, if we just simplify them, 3 plus 3 over 2 plus 5 over 4 plus 7 over 8, we need to make the denominator same. Since 8 is the LCM of all these numbers, we need to make the LCM 8. So we will multiply this by 8 over 8, so this becomes 24 over 8. This should be multiplied by 4 over 4, so this becomes 12 over 8. And this should be multiplied by 2 over 2, so this becomes 10 over 8, and this will remain 7 over 8. So 24 plus 12 plus 10 plus 7 makes 53 over 8. So 53 over 8 is the reserved space. Now they say if 7 full pages have been reserved, so how much space is left? So if there are 7 pages at all and 53 over 8 has been reserved, so if we subtract the reserved part, we will get the available space. Now we will multiply this by 8 over 8. So 8 times 7 is 56 over 8 minus 53 over 8. So the space left is 3 over 8. Now moving to question number 3. It says Umar eats 1/5 of pizza and his friends T, M and S are going to share what is left. So if he has eaten 1/5, so remainder will be 4 out of 5. So if there are 5 pieces, he has taken 1, so 4 are remaining. So 4 out of 5 is the remainder. And this 4 out of 5 is to be divided among 3 people. So if there is no denominator, we can say the denominator is 1. So this becomes 4 over 5 divided by 3 over 1 actually. So we can change this division into multiplication. So this becomes 1 over 3. And now 4 ones are 4 and 5 threes are 15. So that means each girl will get 4 out of 15 of the pizza. Now moving to question number 4. In a study of university students and their use of technology, students were observed as they walked to the cafeteria. The observation showed 7 out of 16 students were alone, but either texting or using their phone but not talking. 1 out of 8 were alone and involved in a conversation on the phone, and 3 out of 32 were with other people, and so on. 3 out of 16 were alone. The rest of the people were observed using technology with other people. So that means we know that 1, 2, 3, 4 of the fractions are given and the fifth has not been given, and in part A we are required to find that remaining fraction. So whenever you want to find the remaining fraction, just add the given fractions and subtract from 1. You will know the remaining part. Same as we did in the question number 3 in pizza part. You can see if this 1/5 has been used, so 4/5 is the remaining part. How? If you subtract 1/5 from 1, you will get 4 over 5. Means make the denominator same. So this becomes 5 over 5 minus 1 over 5. This is 4 over 5. So this is the alternate way of finding the rest. So if you want to find the fraction of yes rest, you just need to add these 4 values and subtract from 1. So we can say that this is actually 1 minus 7 over 16 minus 1 over 8 minus 3 over 32 and minus 3 over 16. If you subtract all these fractions from 1, you will get the remaining. So now we need to make the denominators same. So let 1 alone and we will simplify this, and then in the end we will do the other operations. Or alternately we can say that we need to add all these first and then subtract. This is also fine. So I'm adding these all. This is 16, 8, 32 and 16. So obviously the LCM is 32. So we need to make all the denominators 32. So this must be multiplied by 2 over 2. This must be multiplied by 4 over 4. This will remain 32. And this must be multiplied by 2 over 2. So 14 over 32 plus 4 over 32 plus 3 over 32 plus 6 over 32, and when you add these numbers 14 plus 4, since the denominators are same, we can add these. This is 3 actually. 14 plus 4 plus 3 plus 6, that makes 27 over 32. And if 27 out of 32 are here, so that means the remaining part is you subtract it, so 5 over 32. So answer to part A is 5 over 32. In part B, it says determine the fraction of those who were using no technology. So we can say that these people are using no technology, which is 3 over 32, and also they were using no technology. So these are two fractions here, 3 over 32 and 3 over 16. This was answer to part A. So for part B, I will just say 3 over 32 plus 3 over 16. Now we make the denominators same by multiplying this by 2 over 2. So 3 over 32 plus 6 over 32, that makes 9 over 32. Now for part C, It says determine the fraction of those observed who were using some form of technology while interacting with others, either in person or on phone. So means we need to find those who were using technology. So these people are using their phone, 1 out of 8, and also the rest of the people who were using phone. So answer to part A, we already calculated, that was 5 over 32, and this is 1 over 8. So if you add these two fractions, 5 over 32 plus 1 over 8, so 5 over 32 plus this will be multiplied by 4 over 4, 5 over 32 plus 4 over 32, so that makes 9 over 32. So it's a coincidence that part B and C have same answers. Now part D, do you think these results demonstrate that technology helps face-to-face communication? Explain. So this is just an individual response answer. It doesn't need any mathematical calculations, but you can observe from the data that 1/8 of people are using their phone for conversation, and even 7 over 8, 7 out of 16 are also using for text, or just using their phone but they were not talking. So still we can say that if they are texting, so they are communicating. So we can say that no, this is not a much fraction of that. So you may disagree with my answer because this is just an individual response. Question number 5. Following a snowstorm, the three Abendroth brothers decides to do a good deed and shovel all the driveways on their street. So Paul shovels 2 out of 7 of the driveways, Max shovels 1 out of 5th, and Arthur does the rest. So what is the fraction that Arthur has done? So we just need to add the fraction of the two people, and for the rest we need to subtract it from 1. So this should be multiplied by 5 over 5 and this by 7 over 7. So this makes 10 over 35, plus there should be a bracket here, 7 over 35. So this is 17 over 35. So if you subtract 17 over 35 from 1, you get 18 over 35. That is the fraction done by shovel by Arthur, fraction of the driveway. Question number 6. If a third of a cup of water fills 1/4 of container, what fraction of a container will fill cup? So it's just a reverse question. That means if 1/3 is filling 1/4, then what fraction of container will fill only 1 cup? So you just need to times it by 3. So if 1/3 is filling 1/4 of a container, so so if there's a full cup, one whole cup, so you just need to add 1 over, it means this cup 3 times. So 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4, so this becomes 3 over 4. But because this is for first cup, second cup and third cup, so 1 cup will fill 3 over 4, 1/3, second 1/3 and third 1/3, so this makes a whole 1 cup. Now can you determine two different ways? Though this was the first way, and the other way maybe this 3 is dividing here. If you shift it on the other side, so we can say that 1 whole cup will be 3 times 1 over 4 of the container. So 3 times 1 over 4 is 3 over 4 of the container. So this is the other way. And even we have the third way, that is if you divide the number of containers by 1 over 3 of cup, so 1 over 4 divided by 1 over 3, this makes 1 over 4 times 3 over 1. So we get same answer, that is 3 over 4. So these are the three ways of doing this question. Now question number 7. Look at the ancestry report that is on page 154. So I have extracted here. What is the sum of all of the amounts? Means we need to add all these values. So before adding the fractions, we know that the denominators must be same. So why not to make all fractions as all denominators as 100? So we should multiply this by 5 over 5. So this becomes 5 over 100. This is already 100. This should be multiplied by 4 over 4. So this becomes 4 over 100, and this is already out of 100, and this should be multiplied by 2 over 2. So this makes 14 over 100, and this should be multiplied by 25. So this is 25 over 100, and this should be multiplied by 4 over 4. So 24 over 100, and this should be multiplied by 20. So 20 over 100. And now we need to add all these values. So for part A, it's 5 out of 100 plus 1 out of 100 plus 4 out of 100 plus 7 out of 100 plus 14 out of 100 plus 25 out of 100 plus 24 and plus 20, and all these are out of 100, so I can make a large fraction and write 100 there. So when you add all these numbers, you get 100, and 100 out of 100 is 1. That means this is the all 100%. So explain why this makes sense. So obviously this is when you add these, it means no country is left. All of the countries have been taken out here. B, what fraction of the total amount comes from the African countries? So first 4 are the African countries, so you just need to add the percentages. 5 plus 1 plus 4 plus 7 out of 100, so that is 17%. 17 out of 100 because it says fraction, not percentage. For part C, from the European, so the remaining are from European. So instead of adding all these, we can say that this is 83 out of 100, because the sum is 100, so if 17 is there, so remaining is 83%. Now we have question number 8, that 3/4 of teenagers, 3/4 means 3 out of 4, so 3/4 of teenagers use Facebook to communicate with their friends, and 1/2 use Snapchat, and 2/5 use Instagram. So explain why the sum of these fractions is more than 1. So if we add them, obviously we will get more than 1. So this is already 4, so this must be multiplied by 5. This must be multiplied by 10, and this by 4. So this becomes 15 over 20, 10 over 20, 8 over 20. So when you add them, you get 15 plus 10 is 25, 25 plus 8 is 33 over 20, which is obviously greater than 1. So yes, the reason is because if someone is using Facebook, it doesn't mean that he or she will not use Snapchat or Instagram. So there must be overlapping of people, so this makes sense. So it is possible that a single item can fall into multiple categories, so therefore the categories are not disjoint. Disjoint means one will not exclude the other one, and the sum of the teenagers across all categories is greater than the whole. So means the individual can double or triple be counted, because we can double count them. If someone is using Facebook and Snapchat, so he will be double counted in each category. Now part B says, how has technology helped teens create and maintain relationships, and how did people create in past? So in present, yes, people can be connected using these social media sites, and in past people used to like teenagers used to play games, outdoor games and all that thing. So this is just individual answer, and this doesn't require any mathematical knowledge. Now question number 9. Diwali is a Hindu festival of lights which is celebrated, and there's some information there. So when celebrating Diwali, Devika used 1/3 of the clay lamps to make the path of the front door, and she made the star-like figure with 2/5 of them. So 1/3 for door and 2/5 for stars. So that means she has used, if you multiply this by 5 over 5 and this by 3 over 3, so 5 over 15 plus 6 over 15, so that's 11 over 15. So she has already used 11 over 15. So what fraction were left to decorate? So if 11 over 15 is used, so left is 4 out of 15. So that's it for today. Thank you very much.